wondered if a few daily habits could be quietly shortening your life after 70, whether you like it or not? As we move into our 70s and beyond, many of us believe that the major decisions have already been made. We think the big risks are behind us. But here is the truth. After 70, it is often the small, repeated habits that shape how long and how well we live. In this video, we are going to talk about 5 specific habits that can quietly shorten your life after 70 if they continue unchecked. These are not dramatic or extreme behaviors. They are ordinary routines that many seniors accept as normal. Stay with me until the end, because recognizing these 5 habits may not only protect your health, but may completely change how you approach the years ahead. Now let's get started. Number 1, sitting for most of the day. One habit that can quietly shorten your life after 70 is sitting for most of the day without regular movement. It may feel harmless. After all, you have earned the right to rest. But extended inactivity affects far more than your muscles. When you sit for long periods, circulation slows down. Blood flow becomes less efficient. Over time, this can increase the risk of blood clots, heart disease, and metabolic problems. Muscles begin to weaken, especially in the legs, which are essential for balance and independence. After 70, muscle mass naturally declines. If you add prolonged sitting to that natural decline, the process accelerates. Weak legs increase the risk of falls, and falls remain one of the leading causes of serious injury among seniors. Consider a man named Richard, age 75, who retired and gradually began spending most of his day in a recliner watching television. He felt comfortable and believed he deserved the relaxation. Within a few years, he noticed that climbing stairs became difficult. It was not one dramatic event. It was the quiet accumulation of hours spent sitting. The danger is not rest itself. Rest is important. The danger is uninterrupted inactivity. Even small movements throughout the day can make a powerful difference. Standing up every hour, walking around the house. These actions stimulate circulation and maintain muscle strength. There is also a psychological element. Movement reinforces purpose. When you move your body, you send a message to your mind that you are still active, still engaged, still capable. That sense of capability supports mental health, which in turn influences physical health. Sitting all day may feel like comfort, but after 70, consistent movement is protection. It preserves strength, balance, and independence. And independence is one of the greatest predictors of both longevity and quality of life. Number 2, eating out of habit instead of hunger. Another habit that can quietly shorten your life after 70 is eating out of routine rather than true hunger. After decades of structured mealtimes, many seniors continue to eat, simply because the clock says it is time, not because their body is asking for nourishment. At younger ages, the body often compensated for this pattern. After 70, it does not adapt as easily. Metabolism slows, muscle mass decreases, yet eating patterns frequently remain unchanged. The same portion sizes, the same comfort foods tied to long-standing routines. Over time, this mismatch between intake and need places a strain on the heart, the pancreas, and the joints. What makes this habit especially dangerous is how normal it feels. You wake up. You eat breakfast because you always have. You snack in the afternoon because that has been your pattern for years. You finish your plate because you were raised not to waste food. None of these actions seem extreme, but repetition over months and years quietly shapes your health. Consider a woman named Dorothy, age 73, who prepared large dinners every evening, even though she lived alone. Cooking had always been her expression of care for her family. After her children moved away, the portions did not change. She often ate leftovers the next day rather than adjusting her serving size. Over time, her weight increased, her blood sugar rose, and she began experiencing knee pain. When she shifted to smaller, balanced portions and began paying attention to her body's signals of fullness, her energy improved and her joint discomfort decreased. The issue is not enjoyment of food. Pleasure is part of life. The issue is automatic eating without awareness. After 70, digestion becomes less efficient. Excess calories are more easily stored as fat. Extra weight increases the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Even moderate weight gain can reduce mobility and increase fall risk. There is also a deeper psychological component. Eating mindfully reinforces self-awareness. When you pause and ask yourself, am I truly hungry, or am I bored, lonely, or simply following habit, you strengthen your ability to make intentional choices. That discipline carries into other areas of health. Thoughtful nutrition after 70 does not require extreme diets. It requires awareness, smaller portions, balanced meals with protein, vegetables, and healthy fats. These small adjustments protect long-term health. After 70, food should nourish your body, not quietly burden it. Eating with intention is not restriction. It is protection. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, skipping regular medical checkups. A third habit that can quietly shorten your life after 70 is skipping regular medical checkups because you feel fine. Many seniors take pride in saying they do not need to see a healthcare provider often. They interpret the absence of obvious symptoms as proof that everything is working well. But after 70, many serious conditions develop silently. High blood pressure often produces no immediate discomfort. Early-stage diabetes may not cause noticeable changes. Certain cancers progress quietly in the beginning. By the time symptoms appear, the condition may be more advanced than it needed to be. Preventive care is not about expecting bad news. It is about catching small problems before they become large ones. Consider a man named George, age 77, who had always considered himself healthy. He rarely visited a clinic because he felt strong. When he finally agreed to a routine exam at his daughter's urging, his provider discovered significantly elevated blood pressure. He had no symptoms. With early intervention and medication, he was able to reduce his risk of stroke and heart attack. The body after 70 requires monitoring, not because it is fragile, but because it has accumulated decades of wear and adaptation. Regular checkups allow you to stay ahead of potential threats, rather than reacting to them too late. There is also a psychological benefit. When you know your numbers and understand your health status, anxiety decreases. Uncertainty can create stress. Clarity creates calm. Skipping appointments may feel like independence, but true independence is proactive. It means taking responsibility for your health before problems force your hand. After 70, vigilance becomes one of your greatest assets. Number 4, ignoring persistent stress. Another habit that can quietly shorten your life after 70 is ignoring persistent stress, as if it no longer matters. Many seniors believe that stress belongs to younger years. They assume that once careers slow down and major responsibilities ease, tension fades naturally. But stress does not disappear simply because your calendar looks less crowded. After 70, stress often changes form rather than intensity. It may no longer come from workplace deadlines, but it can arise from financial uncertainty, health concerns, caregiving responsibilities, or the quiet grief of losing friends and loved ones. These emotional burdens may not appear dramatic, but they accumulate silently. Chronic stress triggers the release of stress hormones that elevate blood pressure, increase heart rate, and disrupt sleep. Over time, persistent elevation of these hormones contributes to inflammation, weakens immune defenses, and strains the cardiovascular system. The body's ability to recover from stress declines with age. What once felt manageable at 45 can become physiologically taxing at 75. What makes this habit especially dangerous is the tendency to minimize it. Many older adults were raised to endure quietly. They learned to carry emotional weight without complaint. They pride themselves on resilience, but resilience does not mean suppression. It means responding wisely. Consider a woman named Helen, age 78, who constantly worried about her adult daughter's divorce. She replayed conversations in her mind late at night. She checked her phone frequently, anticipating bad news. Outwardly, she remained composed. Internally, her sleep suffered. She began experiencing fatigue and frequent headaches. When she finally acknowledged her stress and joined a small support group for seniors navigating family transitions, her symptoms slowly improved. Not because her daughter's situation vanished, but because Helen stopped carrying it alone. There is also a cognitive dimension. Persistent stress narrows attention. It makes the future feel uncertain and the present feel heavy. Over time, this mental strain can contribute to memory lapses and reduced concentration. The brain, like the heart, responds to chronic tension. After 70, emotional well-being becomes inseparable from physical health. Ignoring stress does not demonstrate strength. It allows hidden pressure to influence the body unchecked. Addressing stress can take simple forms. Talking honestly with a trusted friend, seeking professional counseling. These actions calm the nervous system and reduce stress hormones. It is also important to recognize the difference between what you can control and what you cannot. Many seniors continue worrying about adult children's decisions, economic trends, or global events. While concern is natural, prolonged rumination strains the body without improving outcomes. Redirecting focus toward daily routines within your control restores a sense of stability. After 70, protecting your peace is not selfish. It is strategic. A calm nervous system supports heart health, immune resilience, and clearer thinking. When stress is managed rather than ignored, sleep improves. Energy stabilizes. Decision-making becomes more confident. You have navigated decades of life experience. You have overcome challenges before, but wisdom in later years means recognizing that internal strain deserves attention just as much as physical symptoms. Persistent stress is not a badge of endurance. It is a signal, and when you respond to it thoughtfully, you strengthen both your longevity and your quality of life. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, withdrawing from social connection. The 5th habit that can quietly shorten your life after 70 is withdrawing from social connection. Over time, isolation can become routine. After decades of structured interaction through work, parenting, and community roles, retirement often removes automatic social contact. Without intentional effort, the social circle can slowly shrink. Some seniors tell themselves they prefer solitude, and quiet time can be healthy. But prolonged isolation carries measurable risks. Loneliness is not simply an emotional experience. It has biological effects. It raises blood pressure. It weakens immune function. Research consistently shows that chronic social isolation is associated with higher risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, depression, and even earlier mortality. Consider a man named Harold, age 81, who lost his spouse and gradually stopped attending his weekly church group. At first, he appreciated the quiet, but months later, his sleep became irregular. His appetite decreased. He felt unmotivated to move or exercise. When a neighbor encouraged him to attend a local senior walking club, he reluctantly agreed. Within weeks, his mood improved. He began laughing again. His physical activity increased naturally because he was walking with others. The human nervous system is wired for connection. Conversation stimulates cognitive function. Shared laughter reduces stress. Emotional support buffers against anxiety and grief. After 70, these benefits become even more critical. Withdrawing may feel easier. It avoids effort. It avoids vulnerability. But it also reduces stimulation, encouragement, and accountability. Over time, that reduction can affect both mental and physical health. Connection does not require large social networks. 1 or 2 meaningful relationships are powerful. A weekly phone call, a standing coffee date, joining a small community group. Even brief interactions at a local store or library contribute to a sense of belonging. After 70, social engagement is not optional for longevity. You do not need to become extroverted. You simply need to remain connected. The goal is not constant activity. It is consistent interaction. Loneliness may feel private, but its effects are physical. Choosing connection is choosing protection. And protection after 70 is one of the wisest decisions you can make. Final thoughts. As we reflect on these 5 habits, prolonged sitting, ignoring stress, skipping checkups, eating out of routine, and withdrawing socially, ask yourself which one feels familiar. Which habit might be quietly influencing your health more than you realized? The years after 70 can be some of the most meaningful years of your life, but longevity does not happen by accident. It happens through small, consistent choices. This is not about guilt. It is about awareness. You still have influence over your daily patterns. You still have the power to shift your trajectory. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us.